So duo, welcome to the next language video for the beginner learner in Somali. And today we're going to be talking about something that's a little bit more advanced, possessive pronouns. And it's really important you start to understand some of sentence structure and how to break it down. So instead of teaching you numbers or days of the week or colors, I encourage you guys to look those up on the internet, on a dictionary, on different apps to gain some Somali vocabulary. But this will kind of help you advance yourself more in the Somali language by starting to understand sentence structure and being able to build your own sentences. So, possessive pronouns. In Somali, nouns are typically classified as masculine or feminine, and they conjugate according to whether the noun is masculine or feminine. So we're going to stick to the masculine suffixes for possessive pronoun. So possessive pronoun is talking about who a noun belongs to. So I'll show you some examples of those. So for example, we'll show you how to say someone is my husband, my wife, they're my family, they're her family, that's his daughter. So those are some examples of possessive pronouns. So here we go with the masculine suffixes. So if we want to say something is mine and it's a masculine noun, we'd say kega. If yours, kaga, his, kisa, her, teda, keda, ours, inclusive or exclusive, Somali differentiate these, kena and kayaga. Something is yours, kina, and something is theirs, koda. So you can see they all have a common theme with the suffixes for a masculine noun. They all end in K. And you'll see that across the board as you start looking at more sentences in Somali. Masculine noun, conjugation, suffixes will always end in K. So a couple examples of that. So the word for nin, or the noun, nin. If we want to say that's my husband or my man, we'd say ninkega. If it's your husband, we'd use that kaga ending, or her husband, ninkeda, and so forth. Also, kois means family, the noun for family, and that ending we'd say if it was her family, kois skeda. So, hopefully that makes sense. And let's go on to the feminine nouns. So if something is a feminine noun, the endings are also going to have a trend that they're all going to end in T. So for my, it would be teda, for your, tada, for his, tisa, her, teda, our inclusive, tena, our exclusive, teyada, and your, tina, and their, toda. So those are some of the different endings for the female nouns. Those are the suffixes you would add. A couple examples of that. If you wanted to say she is my wife, you'd say nagtada. If you wanted to say that's your wife, you'd say nagtada. If you wanted to say that's his wife, nagtisa, and so forth. So you can kind of practice those on your own. Another feminine noun is gabad, which means daughter. And if we wanted to say that's his daughter, we'd say gabadisa, or her daughter, gabadata. So you can kind of see a trend with some of those suffixes. So the masculine nouns are going to always end in a K suffix, and the feminine noun is always going to end in the T for the suffix. So go ahead and practice those on your own, and go ahead and write me a comment if you have any questions.